Okay, you smelly boys. I've been getting some feedback from the guys who finished my free fashion mini course, right? And some of you guys were really wanting some more self-care, some more hygiene, grooming type advice, right? So I figured, let me come on here and give you guys my 7 best grooming tips. So let's get into it. Now, the first one is gonna be avoid
drinking mouthwash.
Could you imagine me taking like this glass cleaner and just...
Now, interesting enough, you might be thinking, alcohol's perfect, right? It's like antimicrobial, so it kills all the bacteria in your mouth, right? Now, the issue is it also kills all the good bacteria in your mouth. And not to get all scientific here, guys, but like, essentially, this kind of fucks up the natural flora of your mouth, right? Which can lead to that stank breath, that bad breath. And not only this, but over time, that alcohol actually dries out your mouth because it reduces the amount of saliva your body naturally produces, right? And when you're having decreased saliva production, because saliva itself also has some antimicrobial properties, that dry mouth is what gives you that stank breath. So essentially, I'm here to put you guys on to my favorite alcohol-free mouthwash, right? Which is going to have to be, let me get this bitch out real quick. The TheraBreath mouth rinse, man. This shit is goated, guys. And coming from me, guys, trust me, because I'm a small YouTuber, this is one of the best things about being a small YouTuber, right? Ain't nobody here trying to sponsor me. So when I come on here and actually give you guys an advice and put you guys on, this is legitimate. Like, this shit here, this is hands down the best mouthwash I've tried, bro. Now, we'll say this, right? If Raid Shadow Legends, you guys are watching me, I'm always down for a sponsor, guys. Because come on, Raid Shadow Legends? Oh, I'll be down for a sponsor. That shit is the biggest meme I've seen in my life. And if you guys ever see me sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, just be happy for you, boy, alright? Just be happy for you, boy. Now, the second rule is gonna be do not overspray your cologne. And this one, you might think this is probably something more for the newbies or the guys who are just getting into the fragrance world, right? But I do be seeing this in those fragrance vets as well, man. Those motherfuckers be showering in that Versace Eros. Less is more when it comes to fragrances. You don't want your scent to be projecting to someone 5 meters away. You want to make sure the only time people can smell you is when they're in your, I like to call this your intimate zone, because that's when it just hits different, bro. Like when a dude walks in, you can't really smell much, right? But as soon as you're getting close to the guy.
Pause.
Pause? Pause what?
You said something gay, so you gotta say no homo, or else you's a homo.
Now, the third rule is gonna be please moisturize with your ashy self. And I'm not just talking to my brothers out here, right? Because I know with us, right, with the melanin brothers, if we don't moisturize, you can kind of see it like really visibly on our skin, right? Even to my other light-skinned fellas out there, just because you can't visibly see when you're ashy doesn't mean you should not moisturize. Because guys, when your skin is constantly dry, you're literally impairing your natural skin barrier function. And dry skin can lead to dermatitis. Man, I said I wasn't gonna get scientific on here, man, but guys, come on. I have to pull out this pharmacy degree in you bitches here and there, you know? I have to show you guys what I'm here for, guys. And I will chuck out a gem here for you guys, for my boys, right? If you guys aren't really a fan of using like those bold fragrances or like those big, really in-your-face type of scents, right? Or in your nose type of scent, I guess. One thing you can really do here is use a scented lotion or a scented moisturizer. This is the best way to give yourself like a nice, pleasant, subtle smell throughout the day. Now, for the fourth one, this is less of a rule and me just putting you guys on to something else I love to use, right? But for my guys out there who tend to sweat a lot, which I do, so I can relate, guys. I've been through a hell of products, right? In terms of like the best deodorant, best antiperspirants, this is the, let me grab this bitch right now. This is the hands down best antiperspirant I've found that just completely reduces the amount of sweat I make and gives you the confidence to know that when you're out there, right, your sweaty pits ain't gonna be a worry, you know? And I just want you guys to know, if you do be sweating a lot, trust me, I've been there, guys. I know what it's like. Guys. And my routine just involves essentially using this balm, completely stops the sweat. You just end up smelling nice and clean, and then using a fragrance to give yourself like a signature scent. That's all you really need. Use that, a fragrance, and then you can use a scented lotion if you want. I tend to use like a sensitive free kind of normal lotion, but if you want to use a scented lotion as well, that can also kind of work in tandem with the fragrance scent, then perfect, guys. But yep, that's gonna be my key gem for this one. Use that clinical balm if you guys be sweating a lot. Even if you don't sweat a lot, it's just a good balm, guys. Just use it. Now, the fifth grooming rule is gonna be shave your nose hairs. You wanna make sure you trim those nose hairs on a regular schedule, because nothing just screams, get the fuck out of my face, than having some niggas' nose hairs all up in your face as you try to talk to that motherfucker. So like, you know, just have your nose hairs under control, guys. That's all I can say. Have your nose hairs under control. I personally use, bro, I'm not trying to make this like a plug video, right? But I just want to tell you guys all the products I use, because I hate when YouTubers be like, oh, I do this and this and this. Tell us how. So I'm gonna tell you guys, you can just use like a cheap little nose hair trimmer. Like I think this one does like ear hair as well, but it's just like a little Should I show these guys how to do this on camera? Just like a little, just like that, just like that. Get rid of the nose hairs, guys. Come on. Now, next grooming tip is going to be make sure you trim your nails on a regular schedule. And you think this one would be obvious, right? But I see a lot of dudes, and not just dudes, even like girls, like just human beings, people in general, right? I think people are pretty like slack on their hygiene, which might be because they're depressed or they're lazy, or whatever, right? But your nails particularly, guys, this is one thing people notice quickly, right? And it's one thing that ultimately speaks to your whole hygiene as a person, right? Because this is one of those small things that people undervalue and don't realize how important it is in terms of your overall presentation. But making sure your nails are actually trimmed. You want to make sure you don't trim them too deep, cut them as a nice shape, and just keep them nice and clean. This is also something that like adds to your attractiveness, guys. Like a girl will notice this shit, guys. I'm telling you, they will notice if you have nice hands, nice nails. Like this is the type of shit you want to make sure you get together to be the best man you can be, you know? So make sure you keep your nails nice and trimmed. And I know I'm the king of coming up here and calling anything zesty, right? But if you guys want to get like a manicure or like a pedicure here and there just to keep them bitches like clean, I'm gonna turn the other way, you know? I ain't gonna say anything. I'm gonna turn the other way, guys. I'm gonna turn the other way. And lastly, my last final point is gonna be don't forget to manscape, guys. And I'm not talking about the product, right? Just essentially, don't forget to groom and trim your general body hair, guys. Because you guys, if you guys notice, right, bodybuilders are always completely hairless and super tanned, right? Because the hair kind of diffuses and makes your body look softer and like higher body fat, right? So if you get rid of that hair there, you end up looking like a lot more chiseled and a lot more leaner. So if you guys are a fan of doing that, then go right ahead. But just make sure you get that booty hair and that lower back hair. Oh, guys, that lower back hair, man, that shit you will lose baddies over that, guys. Like, do not neglect your lower back here, guys, okay? Do not neglect your lower back here. But that's gonna be all I gotta say, guys. Proper ending this time, guys. I'm doing my little outro here, guys. I'm gonna end it quickly because the retention drops down when you motherfuckers, when no one's giving you more value, right? You guys just click off the video. So that's all I'm gonna say, guys. I'll see you guys next video.